Problem: right hand versus left hand drawing. A sample of convenience used those participants who navigated to study website and provided data for this online experiment. Right-handed participants were required to trace a simple line figure, a star, with a mouse pointer on a computer screen. In order to make the task more difficult, the researchers implemented mirror tracing, whereby the cursor movement on the screen was mapped to the opposite of the action of the mouse. Moving the mouse left, move the cursor right. All participants traced the same star figure with their left and right hands respectively. On different trials, and the order of the hand used was counterbalanced across the participants. The researchers hypothesized that the participants would do better at the task using their left hands as compared to their right hands, as the right hemisphere, which controls the left hand in right-handed people, has been implicated in spatial processing. Performance was measured by the amount of time in seconds it took participants to successfully trace the figure.
Dependent t-test. The dependent t-test is used when you have the same people with different conditions, which is stated in the previous test. So for this particular test, the hypothesis is we believe that the mu difference would be less than 0, and that the mu difference would be greater than or equal to 0 for the null hypothesis. These are the simple steps to take when doing the dependent t-test. H, state your hypothesis. V, find variability. E, find error. And O, find the obtained score. H, VO. Estimated population standard deviation of the mean difference is a test for variability. And this is the formula. S sub D equals the square root of the sum of D squared minus the sum of D quantity squared all over N, all divided by N minus 1. For this particular problem, the sum of D squared is 427,200. The sum of D is negative 561.18, all of this squared over N, which is 66. N is the number of participants. It was 66 participants. All over N minus 1. 66 minus 1. This equals, after all the work is done, the square root of 6498.90. So the estimated population standard deviation of the mean difference is 80.612. Now we test for error, or we find the error of the mean difference. This formula is called estimated standard error of the mean difference. S sub D bar equals S sub D, which we just found, divided by the square root of N. So 80.62 divided by the square root of 66. We calculate this and we get 9.92. Now we have variability in the error.
Okay, next we calculate the obtained score. The D bar here, this is the mean of the differences, minus the mu sub D bar, all over S sub D bar. After calculating this, we get negative 0.857. Next, we calculate our degrees of freedom, which is number of participants, N minus 1. So 66 minus 1 gives us 65. After getting the degrees of freedom, we go to our T table to find our T crit. In this case, the T crit was negative 1.671. And our T obtained was negative 0.857. So our T obtained was greater than our T crit. This means that it's not in the region of rejection. Therefore, we retain our null hypothesis. In conclusion, we retain the null hypothesis. Because we retain the null hypothesis, we conclude that using your left hand was not faster than using your right hand.
This suggests that there is no significant difference between tracing with your left hand instead of your right hand. Thank you.